It's October, so we're doing Halloween-themed games on the $5 game review, but is Invasion of the Halloween Fiends worth its price tag? Well, let's find out. Invasion of the Halloween Fiends is a first-person retro horror game, and it takes place, of course, on Halloween night. You're going to have strangers visiting you looking for candy. Some of them may not be as friendly, and it's asking if you're going to be able to survive Halloween night. If you're interested in the game, there's a link to it in the comments below. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get to the review. Something the game does really well is set the tone and the atmosphere. If you can take a listen to the music, it really has that just Halloween vibe to it. And don't be put off by the simple graphics. I kind of enjoy that. If I'm looking for a cheap game, I'm not looking for something exciting and sharp. This game really hit the mark. Unfortunately, they kind of throw you in with not a whole lot of explanation what's going on, and it gets kind of rough from there. So you're trying to clamber around and figure out what buttons are doing. There's no real instructions from the start. You can't even go to the options menu to see what the controls are. So maybe at the first few seconds of the game, maybe just put information in. Something that says, hey, this button equals open door. Once you finally manage to open the door, you're greeted by this character right here. And honestly, he was very much a highlight in the game for me. He was kind of just like that weird uncle you really don't want to sit on his lap for. And he is your basic instruction to the game. He kind of tells you about everything that's going on. What I didn't really care for is some of the dialogue options. Now, you as a player are technically talking back to them through the game, but the unfortunate thing is it's kind of like the Steve Buscemi meme of, hey, all you cool kids, because that's what it feels like when talking to him and anybody else in the game. He'll run you through a quick tutorial, and it takes a few minutes, but it's not bad, and it's worth the free achievement. One thing I do want you to notice is that his van definitely does say free candy on it. After he leaves, the game technically begins, and you get trick-or-treaters that'll come in. You end up carving some jack-o'-lanterns, and it's pretty much just a simple, like, 1-2 quest kind of deal. You're not really doing anything extraordinary. There are a few achievements if you do certain things fast enough, but for the most part, you're just kind of meandering around through your house enjoying Halloween. It almost feels like it's a walking simulator for just hanging out on Halloween. If it's like November, you missed it, you just want to hand out candy. There are some fun aspects of it, like when you get to meet the gnomes or some of the other hidden horror creatures. But outside of that, the content of the game is rather lackluster. Honestly, once you get done giving people candy, the game gets rather lackluster. All right, you end up going upstairs to go eat a pizza and watch a movie, and it's just kind of okay, I guess. You wake up and you gotta go meet this random dude who's wearing tinfoil. And like I said, the dialogue in this game is completely cringe. But it does redeem itself a little bit in some of the first enemies that you get to meet in the game, which are the gnomes. And they kind of take you on this fun little nightmarish escapade, which is entertaining in itself. Some of the other villains in the game are definitely entertaining, and I think that's what really saves it as a game overall, because it definitely wasn't the interactions or the gameplay. I think a lot of it really has to do with the story itself. For a total of $3.49, Invasion of the Halloween Fiends is not a bad pickup if you enjoy Halloween horror games. Do not go in expecting to have great gameplay, but enjoy the story. It kind of would probably be a lot better if they would just simplify the gameplay a little bit by first off letting you know what buttons are doing what, and probably taking out some of the more tedious stuff and just getting you right into it. Enjoy the game. I recommend it. This is the $5 game review. If you've played it and have different opinions, I want to hear about them. Leave a comment down below, or if you plan on checking it out, I'd like to hear from you. Till then, my name's Coyote, and happy gaming.